Hello and welcome to our site. So you're wondering, how can I get a lawyer for just $17? Well, it may not be as hard as you think. My name is George Ferguson. I'm not a lawyer, but just like you, I have legal issues where I do need legal advice. The problem is that lawyers nowadays will charge anywhere from $150 to $500 an hour, which is very, very expensive. In frustration, I've gone online to look for legal advice, but all these sites that promise legal advice just simply don't provide it. And you end up getting on a site where you type in your legal question and they type back saying, we'll answer that question for $100 or for $40 or whatever it is. The problem with that is that every time you get an answer to a question, there's always another question that you think you need answered. So you end up spending all this money, you get halfway through it, and you realize you've got more questions than money, and it's a wash. It's very frustrating. So what would you say if I told you that I had an entire law firm on retainer for just $17 a month? That means I have access to lawyers that are expert in many different legal fields. For example, if I have a question on divorce, I call them, I talk to a lawyer that specializes in divorce. If I have a legal problem with a speeding ticket or something like that, I speak to a lawyer that specializes in that, which is really, really wonderful. And I get all this for just $17 a month. Now, how is that possible? Well, I, along with about 1.3 million now, other Americans, have been using a service called Prepaid Legal Services. Its company's been around for over 30 years. And as a member, I pay $17 a month for that. Now, that's a month-to-month thing. I don't have to sign a contract. I can not use them anytime I want. So there's no issues there. But they provide a tremendous amount of legal benefits. And I want to read you just a few of them here. So, number one, besides having access to a whole law firm as many times as I want. So that isn't just calling a lawyer and it's costing me $17. I can call them as many times as I want on any personal or legal matter as many times in that month as I want for the $17. So there's that. Then the other thing that they'll do for members is that they'll prepare a legal will for you. And not just a simple will, but a complete will. And they'll update it every year for free. That's all part of your monthly membership fee. The other thing that they do is they look over any documents that I have. So if I'm in a situation where if I'm getting a mortgage or I'm renting something or leasing something, any document that I have to sign, I simply give it to the lawyers and they tell me what my rights are or if I'm in any danger, just to keep my family safe so I don't make any mistakes. The other thing they do is they will represent me or any member of my family against any moving traffic violation that I get. So there's no out of pocket expense for that. That's taken care of. The other thing they do, which I think is really neat, because sometimes you don't need a lawyer, but you just want the correct legal form, and they have a library of, I think it's over 14,000 forms now for various states. And so I just have to go online in a minute. I can have that form printed out and have it in my hand. The other thing that they do is they protect me against lawsuits. So if I do get sued, for example, they will represent me. My membership will cover anywhere from the first 60 hours up to the first 300 hours of lawyer time, depending on how long you are a member. The other thing they do is if I get audited by the IRS, they help me out with that. They'll even send a letter or make a call on my behalf to a third party, and that's a very powerful tool. So all this is just $17 a month. So here's the thing. If you can imagine the power of having an entire law firm backing you and your family up, if you just think about that. The other advantage that you have is that you can have a lawyer call anybody and write a letter to them. You have peace of mind knowing that before you sign any legal document, you've got your lawyer checking it out before you sign on the dotted line. And the confidence of knowing that the next time you say to somebody, I'm going to call my lawyer, you actually will and can. So why not try it for a month? Check it out. There is a space just below this video that asks you for your name and your phone number. Just fill in your name and phone number, and myself or one of my staff will give you a call to answer any questions you have or get you started right away. Or you can just, on this same webpage, there's a prepaid legal video that you can watch if you want some more information. At the end of the video, there is a place to make comments or ask questions, put your name and number and everything there. So thanks for taking the time to listen, and I hope it's been informative. And remember, as a prepaid legal member, the next time you say to somebody, I'm going to call my lawyer about this, you actually can. Thank you very much, and bye for now.